welcome to a new video and a new apartment. Sadly, the lease on our old place was finally up, so a week ago we moved to a new place temporarily that a lovely lady is subletting. Finding your way around a new kitchen is challenging, but can also be quite fun. The lady whose apartment this is has such a cool style. She's lived here for 6 years and for sure has implemented a Berlin vibe into her living space. From the edgy posters to the heaps of plants scattered around and the coffee tables made out of crates, it's rustic, but in a very warm and cozy way. The amount of lights around this apartment is also interesting. Each one is unique in its own way and gives off a different feeling.
I am absolutely obsessed with this. This here is like, it's my new nook. It is a vibe. Literally, I do everything on here. I watch movies, I read books, I work, chill, and I never would have thought it would be so comfortable, but it is. So yes, I moved again. Welcome to my life. Here's the deal. The lease on our previous apartment unfortunately ended, and that ended at the end of September. So the 1st of October, we came back from a wedding that we were at in Italy, and then we had 2 days to pack everything, clean the apartment extremely well because we wanted to avoid the cleaning fee. I'm happy to say we succeeded. And our plan for the month of October was to find a place just for October. And so we were looking for someone who was subleasing their place just for October. And the reason why it's only for October is because, drum roll please. Oh, I have way too much fun with myself. In November, we are moving to, another drum roll please. We're moving to Portugal. Now, hear me out. It's only for a month and a half. We're going to remote work from Portugal, from Lisbon to be specific. Actually, to be completely specific, Costa de Caprioca. I don't think I said that right, but it seems like a very beautiful place and I'm beyond excited about it. I'm extremely grateful that I'm in a position that I can literally just pick up and go somewhere for a month and a half and then come back. Christian and I, we just decided that we wanted to get away from Berlin for the month of November because winter is coming. It is slowly approaching. Whether we like it or not, it will be here very soon. And we thought, you know what, let's at least take 1 month and a half away to enjoy the Portuguese weather, which will be around 18 degrees, and in Berlin it will be 8 degrees. So I thought, what a brilliant idea. So we will be going to Portugal end of October and staying until mid-December. After we come back, we need to find an apartment again. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. We're already doing viewings, me mainly, because I'm more flexible. We preferably would like something long-term, something that's empty so we can make it our home, and it's obviously then cheaper as well. But we don't know if that's gonna happen, at least for the first 6 months. We may have to look into getting something furnished again, something just for 6 months. I cannot say for sure what's going to happen because I don't think anyone who's looking for an apartment in Berlin can tell you what's going to happen for sure, because it's just like, it's a mystery for us all. I'm staying positive. We are staying positive. It's been a journey and a half, and it will be an even bigger journey, but I'm so excited to go to Portugal, and I'm beyond excited to share with you all of our adventures from here and beyond.
Recently, I've started eating at home a lot more. The first few months of being in Berlin, I couldn't stop going out to eat. But I think if you've ever been here, you'll understand. The food just hits different here. I've really enjoyed coming up with new vegan recipes that are super easy and fast to make. As both Christian and I work a lot, we try to minimize the time spent cooking, but still nourish our bodies with good, healthy food. Because hey, health is the most important thing at the end of the day. Without good health, you're unable to do pretty much everything else. I sometimes get asked what it's like dating someone who isn't vegan. To be honest with you, most of the time I'm really okay with it. Besides, Christian pretty much eats vegan food with me all the time. I think in this type of situation, it's important to set boundaries and some small rules. For example, we have a deal that he can eat meat when he's out of the house, but we don't cook meat at home. He still consumes eggs and dairy products occasionally at home, but honestly, this is okay for me. Other than that, I prefer if he doesn't consume meat right in front of me. This rule doesn't necessarily always work out, as when we are out at restaurants, he will sometimes order meat, but I've learned to deal with it, as at the end of the day, it's not my life to control. But I do think it's important in relationships to make certain compromises out of respect for your partner, and this is something you will need to figure out between yourselves and see what works and what doesn't.
I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but it's so cold. Like, I'm wearing, look what I'm wearing. It's a thick jumper that should really be worn in the winter. It is currently supposed to be autumn, but it doesn't feel like it. The weather here in Berlin has been super strange. One day it's decent, super nice. Then the next day it's absolutely freezing. So I've been a little bit confused about what I should be wearing. How is it where you are? I hope it's better. So I thought I would take a little bit of time to talk to you about books, because I don't know, we should all read more. I should read more. Maybe you read a lot, but I don't read enough and I would like to read more. So I thought I would share with you the most recent book I finished and the one I'm starting right now. I'm really trying to read more. I think it's super important because it's not only fun, but it's also very useful. You gain so much more knowledge. You become more aware of certain things, certain situations. Your vocabulary becomes more rich, and just in general, there is really no bad thing about reading. So I'm definitely trying to implement reading more and more, and I'm currently just doing it in the evenings, and I think that's fine. That's fine. So the book that I recently finished is called Brain on Fire by Susanna Cahalan. I hope I'm saying that right. And this is based on a true story. There's actually even a movie adaptation of it, which I also watched, and it was actually unreal. The actress playing Susanna killed it. An outstanding performance. Brief description of the book. It's actually a very complicated book. I found it pretty heavy. There's a lot of scientific and medical terms. It's just very wordy. When I started reading it, I actually saw I had a bookmark on page, like, I don't know, I want to say like 25 or something. So I'd obviously started reading this a few years ago and didn't handle it very well, so I restarted it now, and I definitely understood it way more than I did whenever I tried to read it previously. It's about a girl who discovers that she has an autoimmune disease, and the story unravels in a way where she starts getting more and more symptoms, but she's completely unaware of what's wrong with her. No one can really figure it out. Numerous doctors tell her that they don't know what's happening. It's probably just too much partying and too much alcohol. Young girl living in New York City, what else could it be? And eventually she does discover what is wrong with her. It's about her diagnosis and also her recovery process. It's a really interesting book. You learn a lot about this specific disease, but also just about how the human body works, how the human mind works. It's very fascinating, actually. I won't give away any more. If you're curious, you can read it, or you can just watch the movie if you don't feel like reading it. But I recommend to read it first. So the book I'm currently reading is, also I'm a very I like having a book. I'm really bad at like digital reading. I don't like it. I like having a book in my hand, and Christian and I are the same. Like, we both do it, and it's kind of bad because we have so many books and we don't need to have so many books. They take up a lot of space, they're heavy, and we just don't need them, but it's just so much nicer. So the book I'm currently reading is called Mindset. I actually started reading this a few months ago, but I never really got into it, and then I kind of had this long period of not reading any books at all, and that was really bad. So now I'm restarting this one, and I can't tell you much about it yet, apart from it's about changing the way you think to fulfill your potential, because that's literally what it says on the front of the book. I assume it is about changing your mindset so that you can control your mind to think in a certain way that will then benefit you in the long run. I assume building healthy habits, positive thinking, and all of that good jazz. Once I'm done reading it, I will actually let you guys know. I would love to start like a little bit of like book reviews on here. Not too long, nothing crazy, just short ones so that I can recommend good books to you guys. Because as I said, I think it's super important that we're all reading, that we're all filling our little brains or big brains with extra knowledge, because it is just benefit after benefit after benefit. It's very important.
The nice thing about this apartment is that there is a bathtub. Some nights after coming home late, all I want is a warm bath. And since we have one now, I'm definitely going to take advantage of it. It's the perfect place to just unwind and read my book.
That
was honestly so relaxing. You know what? I am going to keep taking advantage of the fact that I've got a bathtub now. I know it's not the most sustainable thing, and I know you shouldn't do it too often because it does use a lot of water, so it really is not the best, but sometimes it just feels so wonderful, especially after a super cold day and you get home and it's just like, I am waiting for Christian to come home. We're gonna make some dinner, and then we're gonna go to bed. That's how exciting it is right now. We're gonna be making a pesto pasta, obviously a vegan one. I will share the recipe with you in a different video because it is so good, insane, and I really want to show you, but in another video, so stay tuned. I'll be sharing more recipes with you on here. I've decided to change things up a little bit with my content. I was feeling a little bit unmotivated and everything felt a little bit repetitive on my side anyway for me, so I've decided to turn things around a little bit. I hope you're still gonna love the videos. There'll still be Berlin content, there'll still be vegan food content because that's what I'm really passionate about, and I do want to share more recipes with you. I do want to cook more on this channel. Of course, I'm going to Portugal in less than a month now, so there'll be stuff from there as well for you to watch. I do want to explore a little bit of the vegan world in Portugal. Let's see what that's like. I don't think there's anything else very specific I need to tell you, but thank you for tuning in every week, or I try to post every week, but now I am going on a strict schedule, so I am telling myself and telling you, which puts pressure on me, which is good. I will be attempting to post every Monday. That was kind of my goal for a while, and then it like slid away. So now I'm trying to get back into that and post consistently, but either way, if you are here consistently, thank you so much. It really means so much to me. I love making videos. It's just I don't always have the time to make the content, but I'm now starting to take it more seriously, and I want to have videos for you guys every week. Cheers to that. Of course I wasn't going to end this video without showing you the little T. He loves to just like hang out on my little shoulder here. Have a little nap. How gorgeous. What a little sweetheart. I love you. I love you. Do you know that? Do you know that? Huh? You know that. Sorry, me and him, we have a real strong connection and we're very connected. I love him so much. I'm actually so impressed with him and I'm really proud of him actually. So I need to praise him as much as I can. Ocho! You scared him! Because I was cuddling him and then you freaked him out with your entrance. So that is my cue for dinner.
He's like a little rat, you know?
He is a little rat, but the best rat I've seen. The other person that you need to say hi to before we end this video is... Oh.
Hello.
Is Christian.
Hello.
Look at how close this shot is. It's so nice.
It's very close.
How are you liking the flat?
Which flat?
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it.
Good chat.
Short and crisp now. Crisp.
Short and crisp.
This is what's important in life.